I come to you in this front-facing selfie camera of this phone that, like, with really not that great of image because I just want to have a nice unscripted conversation with the internet and anybody that potentially watches me. Like, the videos I've been making are pretty good, you know. I'm not going to say I'm any sort of Steven Spielberg or Quentin Tarantino or something, but I make pretty good videos, but they're kind of like all over the place. Like, I get it, like, there's an algorithm problem, right? I was just, I'm thinking about just going full YouTuber, right? And by what I mean by that is like talking about things that people actually want to hear about on YouTube, because I have this thing on this channel where I have this fantasy where I'm going to make like video essay documentaries about whatever I am interested in and do like a really good job. But in order to do a really good job, it takes, a long time. It takes scripting and all this crazy effort. But I feel like, and I'm even interested in myself, even some of my own viewing habits. And, I'm a filmmaker, right, of sorts. I'm a video editor first and foremost. So I'm interested in computers and gear and technology. And I'm like on this crossroads of like, I feel like I'd be more successful if I would just talk about YouTubing stuff, products, and the gear that I use and how I write my scripts, kind of this like meta way of like, be like, this is how I make my script. And it'd be like the same script that I'm making, or like the next one that I'm going to come out with. And I'd talk about my camera, the ZVE10, and what phones I like the most and how I like my video editing. And I have considered, making a channel. I've even filmed editing tutorials, which would be something I would be down for in a way. But I feel like a lot of people have editing tutorials, and what I could add probably would be the storing. That's like, I'm really good with DaVinci Resolve. I could teach DaVinci Resolve as much as somebody that knows all the tool sets of DaVinci Resolve, right? I'm not like a color expert, but I know Fusion pretty well now, and I know how to edit, and I know all the keyboard shortcuts, which are all not what it starts with. They're all my own key bindings. Maybe I could even sell that in a set and go that direction. And I'm somewhat into that idea. But I really like making narrative videos, but they don't do very good. And I want to grow. I see people out there that make all their videos the way that I'm making this video, unscripted, or there's just bullet points, and a lot of them talk about trending topics, or they're like news channels, and the worst of all, the worst offenders is the commentary, and the news channel ones that are like commentary and just the plain commentary videos are totally different things in my book. Like, one is your own material and your take on a matter, the other is just sitting in the corner and watching somebody else's stuff, like the streamers that just like repost their stream of somebody else's video. And sure, as a small content creator myself, if a big streamer watched my thing and broadcasted it, and even if that like got me another 10 subscribers or even 100 views or whatever, I'd be very happy about it. But that said, I mean, they're stealing content, and in any other industry, it wouldn't fly, right? But that's besides the point. Maybe that's a conversation I could have at another time. But I also, there's a thing about YouTube that I really like, and one thing that's always drawn me to other YouTubers is the authenticity of everybody, like being real, getting to sort of have an idea of what that person really is like. It's a much more authentic, there's the word, authentic than, going to a movie theater or watching something on TV. I'm in this mix of like, I'm going to try to do both. I'm going to like do it on my other channel. I think I've finally made my decision that I'm not going to start that third channel, that my podcast channel that is now SMF Industries is going to be like my YouTube channel, and then Sean Martin Flicks is going to be where I post my more thought out, scripted, edited style, and that will give me kind of again, that the word meta. And I do have my opinions of like the note-taking apps that I use and the editing stuff. I'm always trying to learn new programs, even though I love DaVinci Resolve. I'm a slave to DaVinci Resolve Studio. I also use Affinity Photo for my thumbnails and for raw, like I'm a photographer on the side. I'm not trying to be like serious with photography, but my point is like, I have my opinions about all these tools. I have access to some of them. One of the big reasons I stopped trying to be a camera camera channel on this channel in the first place is, one, I was getting way better at editing and wanted to do something that was more passionate and fulfilling. Two is because it was just like, I don't have access to Red cameras. I don't have that kind of money. I don't even have enough money for like an FX3. And because I like, like the amount of money I have, I can only spend my money in one area. And that's like having keeping up my desktop, because to like be able to edit well, right? Like you can accomplish good edits with like a not that great of a computer, but at some point you need good gear. And because I have good friends giving me good prices, like I got a really good graphics card from a good friend that basically traded my older, slower graphics card plus $100 for this modded 3090, which, is an outdated card on itself, but it just smoked my other card. And now I like literally couldn't do the edits that I'm able to do now. Like I would try, but it would crash during the render, or it would crash in the middle. And it just didn't have enough VRAM, and that was the major point of it. It's a little heartbreaking. I've always known this. I feel like now that I know that I have the skill that I do have, that I could do those types of videos really easy. Like the scripts are easier to write. It's just my opinion about gear or whatever, the YouTube style, right? And I could also be closer to you guys and stuff like that, and try to grow the channel in a more regular YouTube way rather than trying to be this try hard. Because part of me, I want to make, like in a dream world, I'd get paid to make like real documentaries and go research and actually grab a camera and meet the people and then do like really crazy edits that are like half video essay, half documentary. That's like what I want to make. And on this channel, the last few videos, or however many it's been, was like, okay, I'm going to do quality instead of quantity. And maybe I haven't been doing it long enough, but I've realized that it's also a frustration thing, because I don't have that, that loop of like getting something done and putting it out. And YouTube really likes consistency as much as it wants quantity too. Like quality, it wants quantity and quality. And for someone of my size, I can produce quality. I can do video. I have the capability of making videos that usually would take, 10, 20 people to consistently make. And I can consistently make it. It's just done at a lot slower pace, like coming out with a video once every month or two if I was really going to go at it. Because even the videos I put in a lot of effort into on this channel, I know I could have done better if I was to allow myself more time. And maybe I should do that, but maybe that's why I'm making this video, is like anybody that this lands on, people that have followed me, and I want to thank you if you have followed me. If you're just seeing me now, what do you think? If you're a YouTuber with a similar following or more or less, and as long as you've actually like made some videos, because I've had some people like say they're YouTubers and then I go to their channel and like they didn't make anything. So if you're serious about YouTube, I would love to have a conversation with you. Or if you're in the filmmaking world, I'd love to have a conversation with you. Maybe we could get on a Discord call. I would love to have a group to brainstorm. Matty Hatoya, I just want to throw that out there, just launched his little group thing, and there's a lot of mixed reactions in the comments. If you know who that is, go look him up. He said he quit YouTube, and then he came out with this video saying that it's not a course, it's like a mentorship that you pay $50 a month for. And I'm torn, part of me wants to take, he's one of my favorite YouTubers, right? But I just feel like the only reason I would do that is because I would just want to work with other people, because it is a lonely thing to do, especially when you're not being that successful at it. Like, and it's a passion. Like if I won the lotto tomorrow, I would just do this better, right? But it's a lonely thing to do all the time. And it would be just nice to be in a community with people. To pay for that community, after reading some of those comments on that video, I really, really hesitate. And I've gotten sidetracked. But I guess the point of this video is asking, what do you want, YouTube? Do you want like the YouTube style, or do you like, what should I focus on? I can do both to a point as it stands, and I will take serious comments serious from this video if there is any. I kind of doubt there will be, but if there is, should I concentrate on like the hard to do stuff? It would be better for my portfolio, getting clients, being an editor, maybe. write them out. Like, I'm still going to do that no matter what, but I might be taking some more time on SMF Industries, the new channel, to be more of a YouTuber type YouTuber that talks about, you know, trending gear or my, you know, all the stuff that I've listed. I'm glad to get that off my chest. I've tried to make this video a few times and I was like talking about totally different things because I had totally different ideas. My head is all over the place when it comes to this. All I know is I want to do this. I want to make the best videos that I can that are also going to get success. You know, it's a weird thing, and I even wrote how there's this thing with writing and I want to get good at writing and writing for writing's sake. And every morning I try to write something, not to be seen, but when I'm writing more, I do it. There's this thing where it's like, I am writing for other people, not to read, but to turn into a video. I do think about it in the terms of turning it into something, not necessarily a video, but turn it to something for somebody else to view, because without the viewer, it's kind of like, what the point is, that kind of thing. It's like if I made a masterpiece or even if I made trash, I still want viewers. It's like this weird thing. It's like I do it for myself, but I do it for you. It's hard to explain unless you are an artist or whatever you want to. Some filmmakers don't consider themselves artists. I certainly do, but especially being an editor. I've talked long enough, and I'll either see you in the next video or I'll see you in the next live. Go subscribe to my other channel also, but still my main channel for now. Let me know what you think.